So we mentioned the Dodgers a little bit. People are wondering, what are they doing? Why aren't they in on these players? And I've told you how Andrew Friedman is. He gave that big contract to Mookie Betts, but he does not like going many years out for pitchers because he knows very well it's not going to work. There are very unique athletes who he thinks can perform late in their 30s. He believes Mookie Betts will be on that list with Jeter and Ramirez and Beltre, et cetera. He obviously did not believe Trey Turner would be, as much as it hurts to lose Trey Turner. But one of the things that's not being talked about enough, and we did talk about it last year, but need to bring it up again, it's impossible to run a team when you don't know what your own payroll is. Remember my briefcase, my black bag on wheels that I would roll around and I'd keep payroll in, among other documents, and I'd have the 1 year, the 3 year, and the 5 year payroll, and I would know where all players are being paid, who we have guaranteed money to. I cannot even fathom if I had uncertainty in that briefcase. That briefcase is full of certainty. Now, you may say to me, but David, you projected out arbitration players. How would you know what they're going to make? And I would tell you, the way we did our payroll projections is we assumed the best possible season for each pre-arbitration eligible player. So we assumed that they would be at or near the top of their class, and that's the number we would put in to our document to show what our payroll was going to be. The Dodgers have a player that no one's talking about anymore named Trevor Bauer. It's possible they owe Trevor Bauer $30 million a year. Maybe he'll get back pay for the years they haven't had to pay him. And that money goes into their luxury tax calculation. And he goes on their team, which I told you he'll never play for them again, so he's just a release. But as Mets fans know with Cano, when you release a player, their money still counts. As the Marlins know with Wei-Yin Chen. Yes, I'm still sorry. Damn Boris. So if you're wondering why the Dodgers haven't made big moves, it's because they don't know their payroll. Do they feel left behind? There'll be plenty of players left for a smart team like the Dodgers to make a team that will still be better than the Padres. But yesterday, the darndest thing came out. Word began circulating that the Dodgers were not interested in Boris's client, Carlos Correa, because Dodger fans wouldn't want Carlos Correa because of Correa's role in 2017 in beating the Dodgers in the World Series while pounding on garbage cans. To which I respond, horse hockey. Carlos Correa, you're going to love him if he's a Dodger. He is one of the great guys off the field, on the field, great talent. The problem is he's not worth what Boris wants him to get. You don't give Correa a 10-year deal if you're the Dodgers, because whoever gives him that, it's a bad deal. You don't give Correa a 9-year deal. But now Correa's been promised for a second year in a row that that's a deal he's going to get. So why not just go out if you're the Dodgers and tell Boris to go pound sand and explain why you're not signing Correa, and it has nothing to do with fans. And the reason is that if Correa does not find that long-term deal with one of the other teams like the Red Sox, who just lost Bogarts, or the Twins, who claim they want him back but are never going to give that kind of deal to Correa, then Boris is going to have to pivot yet again and talk to his disappointed client yet again and take a short-term deal the way he did with the Minnesota Twins. And if Correa is a short-term deal candidate, then the Dodgers are going to be all in on that. He could go get 150 over 3. You'd put Correa above Judge right now. The Dodgers would offer Correa 135 over 3, $45 million a year, no problem. We'll beat Judge, we'll beat Scherzer, we'll beat Verlander. Happy to do it. But 9 years, not a chance. But having words sort of percolate that it's about the fans, there is no front office who does not sign a player because of fans. There are some front offices who do sign a player because they think, wow, let's bring in a Cuban player. That'll be great for the fans in Miami. Some teams do that. Nobody does it because, wow, he was hated. Do you know Dennis Rodman never would have been a Chicago Bull if that's how teams acted? He was hated. You always hate the opponent until he plays for you, and then you love him. We'll see what happens here. But the winter meetings have come to a close. That does not mean signings have come to a close. Baseball continues to work at all times. They work Christmas. I promise you that.